Hello everyone, welcome to the fastest way to a million gold, part 12. We're now into unknown territory as we're now in the beta of version 1.1, so there's going to be some new features and changes along the way and stuff that I haven't seen before, so our strategy may change just a bit. So looking at the things I currently need, I want to focus on getting gold today and quartz, so we're going to head over to the mine and head down to the lower floors for the gold. Also, no mushrooms. I knew that. Straight to the mines. And since the 1.1 beta came out, I have not spent any time down in the mines at all, so I'm not sure if there's going to be anything new or not to encounter, so that's going to be interesting. I am really liking the beta so far. I'm loving some of the new features, especially some of the end game content, which takes some of the monotony out of the game, and I really can't wait to see what comes out Monday with the rest of the update. For those of you that didn't know, that comes out Monday. Stay tuned for lots of good stuff on that day. We're going to start right at level 81 and just mine away for gold. And potentially mushrooms should we run into any of those delicious things. So normally I'd just be taking the elevator to floor 81 again and again because that's the fastest way to do this. But since we're into the new update now, I want to travel systematically through the floors to see if there's anything new to find along the way. See if anything strange can spawn or any new items or anything like that. So it's a little bit slower, but it's a little more entertaining this way. And as this file transitions into the full 1.1 update, I'm going to see what kind of new crops are available because that's potentially something I could grow that could be quite valuable to make me my million gold. So far I'm down to level 86 and there have been no notable changes yet. Aside from perhaps the spawn rate, I seem to be finding a little more of everything. At least I think. I might just be going crazy because I've been trying to make videos and playing with content for the last 100 million hours. I did actually plan to have a lot more videos out right now the last day or two, but because as I mentioned in some of my other videos, I was having troubles with this update. I'm not getting one of the quests to spawn in my one file that could possibly do it. So that kind of frustrated me and set me back a long ways. I spent a lot of hours trying to make that work, and I'm still working on it, but I had to give up and start making some actual videos again. And it's also really hard to get right back into the strategy of doing this series again, because for the past few days I really hadn't given it much thought because of all the new content that had come out. So I'm probably going to make a few obvious mistakes throughout this, but as per usual I'll just kind of roll with it and hopefully it turns into something entertaining at least. My perpetual train wreck. Here's the mushroom level at floor 87. Might be worth making note of that, and then if I'm in the mines tomorrow I can see what floor it spawns at then and see if there's any pattern, as someone in the comments suggested there was. I'm now at floor 90, still have not encountered anything that's obviously new. I need to be thinking about my resource management again because I obviously need to plant new crops sooner than later, so I need to make sure I get more sprinklers sooner than later, which means a nice balance of gold, iron, and quartz. I felt I did really poorly the first time around in managing my resources to build sprinklers, so now looking forward I want to try and do it a little bit better. Actually I want to do it a lot better. Okay, so I just noticed the time and it's almost midnight already, so I'm going straight back to the farm. And I'm going to take the short way because I did not mean to be out so late. I'm still going to try and get my furnaces going with gold though. I want that done by the morning. And if I have to be up late and lose a bit of energy for tomorrow, that's okay because I have one blue mushroom and that can make up the energy difference. I'm not going to bother to sell it just yet, as I suspect I will need it for energy. And a word of advice to anyone out there playing, if you're in a hurry, don't run through your crop, it slows you down. Also, I'm stuck in the corner there. I really designed that poorly. I cannot run past my house to the furnaces. That pretty much just cost me a pretty big energy penalty. Awesome. Well, this day was pretty much a train wreck. I did get lots of minerals though, so going to bed and crying myself to sleep. Mining leveled up. Can now make mega bombs. Don't have the resources for those yet, as much fun as they would be. So the morning of the 4th of summer, pretty much just going to get my furnaces going again with gold and then heading back to the mines to continue heading downwards and getting more whatever. Okay, now that I've very inefficiently done my morning chores, forgot to grab my mail, I'm going to grab some mushrooms that are hopefully there and head straight back to the mines. Yep, got some mushrooms at least, so I got that right. I think today I want to try and get down to level 120 in the mines, which is the bottom, to see if there's any difference there in the beta update. I kinda doubt there will be, but I'm curious to try, and it's the most likely thing to have changed at this point. So, straight to level 100 and ever downwards. So I believe this is floor 102, and I've just hit a monster infested area, so instead of taking the time to annoyingly kill everything on this floor, I'm gonna make some stairs out of 99 rocks and skip that problem altogether. So let's take a look. Lots of iron, cave carrots, ruby, copper. Well, nothing too exciting or new, but some good stuff nonetheless, so that's okay. And now that I'm on this floor, 104, I've noticed all the barrels over there. And I don't often take the time to run over and smash all those, so I'm going to do so now, because there might be some new items I haven't seen before. Since nothing seems to be different yet in the mines, I'd be curious to go down into Skull Cavern at this point too, to see if anything has changed down there. I also kind of have my doubts that anything too major has changed, at least not until the big update goes live on Monday. But it's always worth a try because you just never know. So this floor is very big. It has a lot of rocks to smash, so instead of taking my time to do all that, I'm simply going to make another staircase, because I figure that's going to save me at least an hour of game time. So here's floor 110, just before 4 PM. I believe these are the regular boots you normally get, so nothing has changed there. And the slime can go away. Being that it's already 4 o'clock, I'm not sure I'm going to get down another 10 levels to 120, which is disappointing because I really wanted to get there. This cave layout looks a little bit different than normal. Maybe it's been a while since I've been down here, but maybe someone could clarify that if the design has changed down here. Another thing that I need to do, as someone pointed out in the comments, was sell all my weapons and stuff to the Adventurers Guild, whatever it's called, just outside the mines there. So at some point I will be doing that. It will clear up space and get me a little bit of money. It's just hard getting there because the awkward timing of it. I think it's open from 2 PM till late, and usually those are my productive hours. This floor is shaped exactly like a star, now that my screen's all zoomed out. I don't think I ever noticed that before. Does that have some kind of significance? It just might. I feel there's going to be a lot of new secrets in the new update too, so I'm going to be trying to find as many of those as quickly as possible. So here's floor 115 by 6:30 PM, so I still might actually make it to floor 120. There's a staircase, so things are looking good. Given the amount of rocks I'm seeing here, I'm going to make a staircase. But I need one more rock to do so. So here is my new set of stairs. Place there, down we go. That bat was starting to annoy me. Here's a quick staircase. I'm just going to take that because I'm not thinking very clearly. Now I'm going to stop and regroup and start playing smart again. And next time I do this, if I ever do it again, I need to pay more attention to those coal carts, because it was until the last video, I think, I didn't realize you could click on them and they would give you lots of coal. I've probably passed 20-30 of those in my time playing this round, and I did not click on any of them. That could have been hundreds of coal. Floor 119, only one to go, so we're gonna make it. There's the stairs right there. So nothing's changed yet, still the same. Skeleton key it looks like, so nothing's changed so far in the mines. And since it's just past 9 o'clock, I think I'm going to use this time to take all my weapons to the Adventurers Guild, or whatever it's called. So back to the farm, put my stuff in the bin, restart my furnaces, and back to the guild. So furnaces are going again, all with gold, which is good. I consider that a success mining wise. So I'm just going to reorganize all my stuff here and then head to sell all my weapons. So as you can see, that's going to clear up a lot of room, so that's going to be pretty awesome. I was running short. It's easy enough to make another chest for 50 wood, but I just didn't want to have to bother if I didn't have to. I just need to remember tomorrow to get my foraged items back out of the bin before going to the mine, so I'm going to run out of energy. And I would be very frustrated at that point. Hopefully this place is still open. I think it's open till 12 or 2 or something. Proven adventurers only. I thought I was a proven adventurer. Well, I guess I made that mistake, so I'm not really sure why I couldn't go in there. I thought I remembered before buying weapons as I was going down into the mine. So maybe that's changed, or I was too late and it's actually closed. Maybe someone in the comments could help me clarify that, because I really don't know why that didn't work. It was just a giant waste of time. And now I've got to reorganize all my stuff back into the chest and all that. And for what it's worth, I am just going to make another chest. It's only 50 wood, and I need that extra room pretty badly. So I'm just going to put it somewhere up here, and then I won't have too many more issues with this stuff. One thing that is immediately noticeable with the beta patch is you can change the color of your chests to all sorts of crazy things. Not a huge change, but something entertaining nonetheless. Anyways, before I get too carried away with color schemes, I'm going to go to bed or I'm going to get an energy penalty. That was a pretty good day overall, aside from the guild mess up thing. I got lots of gold ore, lots of coal, and made a little bit of money mining even, so that's alright. Okay, that's going to be it for this video. I only wanted to play a few days because I'm not sure how I want to continue this series. Obviously in a few days there's going to be new crops coming out, so I want to have more time for those, depending on how much time they need to grow. It's already the 5th of summer. And I'm also not sure what to do with this series at this point, if I keep going as it turns into the 1.1, or if I want to start fresh right again and do it a little more efficiently the next time. At this point I'm leaning towards starting right again, because if someone else was to try and replicate this kind of run, it would be all in 1.1 pretty much from this point forward, so that would probably be the smarter way to do it. But I am really still enjoying doing this series on this file, so maybe someone out there in the comments could let me know what they think, help me decide, because really it's all about what you guys want, and doesn't matter, I just screw everything up anyway, and you guys seem to like watching it. So let me know what you think, and stay tuned for all the new content coming out in the next few days. Thanks for watching.